Hello everyone, it is time to review the January Mani by Me box. I believe this one was called Angels and Demons. It has a very interesting little cherub graffiti with some roses and filigree and that kind of stuff on it. Showing you the different cards in it. This is the Mani that they show in the box using the products, and here are the directions on the back of the card to do that. The first color, I had a really hard time getting an accurate color on camera. That was pretty close. It's kind of a deep wine colored linear holographic. The next color is called Dovetail. It is a pinky kind of taupe color that has silver shimmers running through it. And then here are views of the plates. If you would like to look at them a little longer, you can go ahead and pause it. Now these beads, a lot of people were complaining about these gems because they're pointy back gems. They're not really what I would call gems. I would call those caviar beads. They're incredibly tiny. So I think the intention for those was to make them like little points on the barbed wire, that kind of stuff. I think they're cute. I haven't applied them yet, so I don't know how they would work or if the texture of them on a nail would be awkward, but I'm definitely going to check it out. Here's the color Aphrodite on my thumb. You see how it's this deep kind of red wine, almost brownish linear holographic. It's a very pretty color in person. My camera is just spazzing out because I use this kind of lighter color background. I'm gonna have to only use dark backgrounds, y'all, because every time I do white it does crazy stuff, like my skin tone looks funky. It's nuts. On the middle finger here, I'm gonna do a 2-layer set on the middle and ring finger of a black jelly that I made myself from a Wet n Wild polish. I just took a clear Wet n Wild top coat and put drops of black in it until I felt like it had enough pigment in it for me. I wanted it to be very see-through. I very much enjoy this look, and I've done a couple manis with it. I'll link one of them up here. It's a fairy mani that came out super cute too. And then on the pinky, I'm going to go ahead and use the color Dovetail. The red color is called Aphrodite, by the way. This one's called Dovetail. It's very pretty. It's similar to something else that I have from Maniology. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head, but that silver shimmer in it does kind of give it a little bump up and makes it extra cute. It's a nice neutral color. I really like that one. I haven't stamped with either one of these yet, so I'm not sure how they stamp. Generally, for me, the Maniology holographic ones, I don't feel like they stamp that great, but I have not tried it on this one. Now, on the middle and ring finger, I did use 2 coats of the black jelly. It is exactly how I want it to look. There's a reason I did it this way. Trust me, it's going to be cute. After I paint nails, I always go through and top coat everything. That way, if you make a mistake, you can use a cleanup brush and a little bit of acetone and go in there and just kind of scrub it off, and you re-top coat it again. Nobody can tell. It's a great trick for when you're stamping, especially if you're new and unsure. And the fun part is too, if you put more and more layers of clear coat in between your stamping, it'll give it a lot of depth, and it looks really neat that way too. So we're top coating everything, and then I'm going to go in and do a matte top coat. This one is from Wet n Wild on the 2 nails that are the black colors. Now, the plates themselves, and I'm just going to talk about these while I'm painting. When I first looked at them, I was like, I hate this. I hate this set. I don't want cherubs on my nails. I don't want statues on my nails of Venus or Aphrodite or any of that stuff. But here's the thing. If you look at everything on those plates, like if you like cherubs and that kind of stuff, I think this is setting it up for a Valentine's Day plate. Then they're cute. But the graffiti part on them to me looks like somebody drew it on with an ink pen. I hate it. Like, I don't like that stuff on the cherubs. I think it looks tacky, not cute. But the rest of the plates, and just say that to say that's my opinion on what I would and would not use off of the plate. If you think they're adorable, feel free. I'm not judging. It's just my opinion on what I do and don't like. However, the rest of the plates with the little filigrees and the roses and the barbed wire, the more I looked at those, the more I realized that they are layered stamps, and there's a lot of cute stuff in there. There's a lot of cute stuff on these plates. So even if you don't like the cherubs or the statues or whatever, you could still use 3/4 of both of these plates, and they're awesome. There's so much on there, a lot of fun things that you could do with it. So if you originally looked at it and thought, oh, I hate this, I'm gonna skip it, I do urge you to go back in and just look at them one more time The letters on there are awesome. The letters are layered stamping. There's just a lot of cool stuff on there overall. And again, I do not like the cherub stuff. It's not for me. But the rest of it, I really think is an awesome plate. So again, I encourage you to go look at it again before you completely say you don't want it. I mean, look at all this filigree down the sides over here. Because if you look at the cherubs, they're really just kind of across the top. The whole rest of the plate pretty much doesn't have anything to do with cherubs. I mean, this is ivy vines, and what I'm going to do is take that and stamp it on my ring finger. And because I'm using a non-matte polish, it's going to show up over this little jelly that I did. Plus the jelly is intentionally a little bit thin, like it's not completely opaque. So you're going to get something cute out of it. And although it is a subtle transition, it's a very cool one. And then I'm going to grab the barbed wire and put that on the middle finger. And this is just kind of a basic, simple little mani with this box. But the more I looked at it, the more in-depth I saw that you could get with this. And the more accents that you could use with other manis that would, you know, they would fit in with other manicures. I'm going to go back in again and top coat this with a matte top coat one more time. And the reason I do this is Wet n Wild tends to take about 2 coats to make sure it's really matte, and I really wanted to make sure that those nails came out matte, so I used a lot of matte top coat. Could I say matte again? Matte, 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 matte. Anyway, I love how this design came out in the end, and this is fun. This is called a gradient stamp. So I'm using Poison from Maniology for the stem and Evil Eye. I really love these metallic colors from them. And you just scrape across and it gives you a nice pretty red rose. I'm picking up that metallic-y rose and I'm going to put it on top of the barbed wire. This would be a great Valentine mani. And I love that it has different colors in it, but all within the tone of what could be on Valentine's Day, whether you're a hater or a lover. So really like that. I'm going to go ahead and peel off my latex now, make sure everything's all cleaned up, looks good. This is not one of my super detailed manis that I've been working on, but we're getting to those too. Look how cute that is. I love this. It's one of my favorites so far. I love how when you turn it, it flares, you know, across the stamp and makes it all shiny. Love it. Let me know what you think. If you have questions about the box, let me know down below. I always answer all questions. Thank you so much for watching, and there's a video in the upper right hand corner if you want to check out another one. Thanks for being here. Bye bye.